This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete.
I can see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They run the option on 2nd down. The Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Carlos Dunlap able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
3rd and 11.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Carson, the 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it with Carson. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 30 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Okay, here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
1st down, Chicago.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. This is a quick pass from Trubisky. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bears 1st down.
I'm about to go home.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Bears nothing.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now it's Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Trubisky to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The tackle by Dion Bush. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Hey Joseph, what's up?
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30.
Wow, man.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Again, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Cole
Shit, man, who you telling?
That'll bring up second down.
It's like playing with a handicap with this guy.
Now Trubisky to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be
He got it out there that time, but
good effort there trying to
it's crazy, man.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls.
Win for trying.
That kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes. He's taken down.
It ain't one thing, it's another. How it's been, yeah, it's been like, all right, man.
Get in there for his second
I
sack
gotta
of the
deal with my
afternoon.
crazy freaking line of
The
scrimmage.
Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So on 4th down,
Three-man rush is still a
Donald
beast.
to kick it away. The Seahawks have David Moore back deep. Yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3
Three-man
on
rush
the
is still a
return.
problem.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive...
Right on, Joe.
A lot of people think the very next time out, run
right
the
on,
ball,
Joe.
don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 37-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And he's going to try and do this himself. On the RPO, that's complete right side. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. They go play action here on first down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Oh my goodness, man. You didn't even freaking react.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield, first down. Carson. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle.
Bonehead mistakes, man.
It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Second down at 7. Operating from the gun. Wilson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Trubisky, he'll rifle this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 56 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Seahawks 21, Bears 7. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Good catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a diving grab. I think he got it.
Y'all
16 yards.
can't do everything myself. Jesus freaking Christ, man. It's a freaking game sometimes.
They do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Two-score game here to the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, 30 yards. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to it.
Come on! Stop standing around looking.
Close, one-score game.
Jesus. Why are you just standing looking like idiots? Tackle the freaking guys in front of you.
Picked off the last one. What you gonna do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 27, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Fumble recovery. It's Trubisky. Open man is connect the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score.
Hey, good stuff, man. Hey, I was fighting, man. I was trying to stay in there. I was fighting. I was trying to. I had to use to strip that fumble.
That extra point is not a gimme.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Ties the game at 21 apiece.
I played a bad game. All that 1st half. Terrible offense. It was horrible. Yeah.
Locked into a good
Crazy.
Here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
39-yard line.
Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of the kicker. Take this to the outside of the field before going out of bounds. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Carson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win.
Okay.
And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on it.
Man, I played a horrible first half. That's freaking, oh man. It was so bad that first half.
They knew that they needed some type of a
Horrible, horrible first half. I didn't wake up till the 4th. How many turnovers I have? They had like 3 picks, I think.
You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still.
Yeah.
You're wondering, could
I mean,
it
come
happen?
on, man. You can't win this way.
Even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That's terrible. Horrible. Horrible. freaking horrible first half. I didn't give myself a chance. I mean, I played big in the end, but that guy was. I had him, man. I could have beat him. Terrible. It was just one of those games that you'd be like, man, I wish I could have that one back. It's like, man. I mean, he was telling me, he was like, he thought it was over. So I keep fighting, man. You never know what's gonna happen. I keep on fighting. That was one of my first strip fumbles in like ages.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in
seriously?
Chicago as their guys get set to do battle.
Guess it's one of them type of games today. Go ahead, man.
Defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. With the Cleveland Browns.
That little stuff he did right there just tells me what kind of game I'm about to have.
Ready to get this one started. And
Yep.
we go.
It's going to be one of the type of games.
Now it's Patterson. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Oh, what'd you say? I missed what you said. We were talking.
Takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards.
What'd I say?
The game's first play, second down.
You know what kind of game we're about to have today.
Defensively being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before
1, 2,
he could
3,
get
4,
much
5.
out of it.
What kind of thing is that?
Second down, here's a keeper by the QB. This is a quick pass from Trubisky. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get
It's 5-2, huh?
a little bit numb.
Yeah, it's 5-2 with
how important 3rd down is.
I'm not gonna be able to block the right side.
In this case,
okay,
one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete.
Okay, see what you're doing.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
for the first time with David Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Montgomery. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky to Allen Robinson, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They got to slow it down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive.
Oh yeah, although Beckham is in the game. I forgot about that guy. There's one play.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw it. Out to him, and he's going to have to eat.
Oh, guess what he was going for? A one-play touchdown.
Robert Quinn. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. First carry for Nick Chubb. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns nothing.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. complete. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And he is into
freaking animations are crazy.
Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 36 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019, 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now Trubisky on 1st down. That's complete to Mooney. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's gonna pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Following the interception, Mayfield caught left side. It's Beckham.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Short gain down to about the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. His kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's Chubb. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down. They'll
try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they're well past past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Mayfield finding Beckham, and past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Mayfield on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. To throw, Mayfield. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal.
Come on! Golly, man. Ridiculous.
For the third quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here we go. A big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Not going to get in. They stop him at the 1.
Damn, he almost tackled him to the end zone. Jesus.
And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part.
Oh, my goodness, man. This is freaking game sometimes.
The intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Trubisky to throw. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here in the entire second half.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky.
Come on. You see what guys are telling you about the out routes? How they run the out routes like a post? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you can't tell when they're going to do it correctly. Ridiculous, man. That was the right call. It's just freaking. Look at the way you run the route.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
It's an out route, man. This is it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's like they'll finish doing the bump animation, then they got to get into the round out to do the out route, to just run the out route.
This is where
It's a real pain. It's a real freaking pain.
Security terms have ever been used. They come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Mayfield off the play fake.
Oh!
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 34 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to
2 inches shy of making that pick.
And that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
I got to go back and listen after the game for that interception. That was the right call, because I knew he was blitzed, man.
He was an absolute player out
Man.
there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to NextGen stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Yeah, man. It's those Madden shenanigans. If you're watching it on Sports Center, you'll be like, dang, that was a hell of a play. But in the video game setting, it's freaking annoying as hell. Yeah, I gotta go back to replay for that one.
Now Trubisky lost the football. Runs over it. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down.
I forgot about what's his name.
Possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long.
You know what? Screw that.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Trubisky.
What's that? What was that?
Complete. We do have a penalty flag down,
Wow.
however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Did he still come off the edge of that double team still? Jesus. That guy's worse than Mac.
Trubisky to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging. That's really already been decided. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run.
Now Mayfield lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
That guy does not play like he does on the PS4. He's more aggressive on the PS4.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jamie Gillen.
Oh, man.
Surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
It's another one of those games, man.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing
frustrating to say the least.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic.
Man, it's so nice to mute your opponent, too. Like, man, I gotta hear him talking.
Course of practice each and every day. The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football.
He's blasting music earlier.
For their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Throwing now is Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Andrew Sendejo swoops in for the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's going to go down. His time has now run out on this game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They
what plays I said I got to show? I got to show. What play was that? Oh, yeah, that out route.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout,
let's see if I can find it fast.
2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league.
I mean, that's really the game. Once that happens, it's over.
Almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing.
I was moving.
I think they saw their best
Come on,
stuff
man.
in the
This is
first quarter
bold.
and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
Where's that thing at? Did he have it in the third quarter? I doubt it did. No, because he wasted the whole third quarter. Perfect. Alright. I mean, looking the way his defense is set up, like you can tell he was coming with a blitz. So I max protect. Everybody on the line is blocking, including the running back. The only two routes that's going out is these two routes out here. I'm trying to get Robinson on the out route. I put 11 on a drag so I can clear that side of the field for him. I got outside leverage. This is a PS4. This is once he gets to the top of his route, it's a complete out route. But in this game, for some weird reason, in the PS5 version, they round it on the out route. That's why I don't ever throw an out route to the sidelines if I'm number 11, if I'm the outside wide receiver. Look at the way he runs this thing. You see what I mean? He runs a post, like run an out route. Because I'm thinking he's open, like right here up this jab. I'm thinking he's open. I think the ball's already out already. Yeah, so he does the jab step. In the PS4, this is a jab and out. He's going outside to the sidelines, like a straight line on the 50 going to the sideline. What is all this extra stuff he's doing? What's all this? You want to see him doing all this just give leverage to the cornerback to cut underneath the ball now, because I'm throwing it thinking he's out. I'm thinking I'm open, so I'm throwing this on the open. I'm thinking he's just going to keep running flat. But he keeps running up the field. Killing me, man. That's why this pick got thrown. They just undercut it. And this stuff I cannot predict. I can't predict this stuff. Because sometimes they'll do it correctly, and then you have other times where you see me throw this route. And this right here, I can't predict this on the throw. If I'm going to throw this on timing, because I know they're coming on the blitz, I'm trying to throw it on time so at least I give him enough space away from him. He already beat this guy. Look, he beat him right down the jab. He's gone. I got at least a 2-yard head start on him. I throw the ball, and he's still running upfield. Like, cut to the sideline. That's why I was screaming in the game. I mean, to my opponent, this is advantage him because he thinks he calls the right play. But he just didn't see it. I don't think he noticed that just happened. I can't even time that really because I don't know what he's going to do. That stuff is so frustrating. You guys hear me say it all the time now, like they always round the top of the route, so you got to gauge for it. It's like 2 steps on the freaking out route. So it's not even on the jab. You got to jab, run, and then cut again. It's like, just go out to the sidelines, man. The freaking rush is coming. I got to throw you the ball. And I called a 7-yard out because of the first down marker. I think it was I shortened it to the first down marker because the blitz is coming. So he doesn't take all day to run a 10-yard out. Still jacked me up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
I don't know what's going to happen in this game. I think so. What's happening, man?
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Jerick McKinnon now to return. A dangerous return man showing.
Yo, what up? Awesome American, Jason, Joseph, Hollywood. Oh, what the hell? What's going on with the controller? Trips pistol.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Look, already running back wants. There's a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo gets this one to use check. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, man, they got 2 stars.
Right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early. And they got in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive.
Just throws, man.
With glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him.
It's open, but he gives him the high into the heaven throw.
Come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And they go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Oh my goodness.
Here's Richie James on the return. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Trips.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now, Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. this running back complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of the first as that leads to fourth down.
No.
Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. That's to his running back.
Nice jogging, 35, 33.
Goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Garoppolo again. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon.
Animations are so crazy.
Him down as he's inside the 40.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running
Someone's
game.
got
So
to
the passing game
give.
loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
I mean, it's kind of predictable what he's doing so far.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now.
Yeah. Come on, really? I should have been keyed on that one. Alright, at least I knew what he's doing now. I gotta watch Kittles now the whole entire game.
George Kittle, 38 yards.
Really gonna go for this guy right here.
Within an extra point of tying this thing up.
For as big and
Yeah, acting like he
as
just
some of
struggled to
these
score
guys
just now.
are,
It's crazy.
especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
I don't know what people be doing sometimes. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Dang it, man.
And he is going to be stopped on the return.
Like I say, he's acting like he just struggled to score just now.
Most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And
Hell with defense, huh?
if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
This is it. At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. To throw again on second down. Trubisky.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
It's a pickup of 7. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down.
See what I mean? Again.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by
It's crazy, man, where that stuff is. It's so unpredictable. I'm kind of glad this happened so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because I always talk about it all the time without showing it.
This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down.
You can never tell what they're going to do. It's insane.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, and they were unable to connect for a big play.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Stuff, man. Good help.
This is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. And they'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And now running right through him. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
At the 17-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Stop your body. Mike,
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. That is
Madden.
Yeah, you worked his way in for the sack.
So what you're telling me is my guys can't block but the crap.
Look out, because that's exactly
what you're telling me, huh?
being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and minicamps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The old 2-for-1 special.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls...
I need an interception for the stat sheets, man. Jesus.
The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So what you're telling me is I cannot throw the out routes. EA, is that what you're telling me? Out routes is off limits? Man. You see why I don't use the out routes anymore. That's the reason. Every time they bump and you do an out route, that's what happens. They run a post. I don't know why. It's weird.
They're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally.
Trubisky.
And says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain
I hate when I call the right play and that happens every time.
Most of the time it's end
So
zone, and
freaking
that's what
annoying.
you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there.
Now I need him to bump me. It's not bumping me now.
Not one that I've ever met.
Yes, he thinks I'm going to throw.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll fight forward to about the 27.
That's surprising. Surprising.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9.
He's not going to expect this.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down.
Perfecto.
Then you're able to shut down the running
Dang
play on
it.
second.
I didn't need him to do that, though.
Surprise now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
68, man. Pick somebody to block, man. Now stop running my way.
First down at the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Oh, gotta do this. And I gotta do this.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And the Niners get there and bring it
Good play.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
He sent the outside corner. Nice play. Good play.
The football at the 20-yard line.
Baseline T. Oh, this is what he ran last time, and let's play quarters this time. Because I think his tight end ran a post, yeah. I'm going to pick this guy on the outside.
So many great teams and games, and we're seeing
Yeah, pick him.
right now.
Jack Johnson. Oh, he's not running the post.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure
Good stuff, man. All these damn freaking routes are just run and stop. Damn, we run 2 stop routes, too. I saw that guy coming over the top of me. I'm trying to follow the tight end. That's his first read every time. Dang it. Right, stop. Stop. Woo! Snap the ball before I can switch over to the guy I wanted to control. I just gotta watch the tight end. That's his first read, and then it goes to everybody else.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. There's Garoppolo to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10.
Makes the score Niners 13. Bears 10.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I'm looking for that man bump defense he's playing. That's what I'm trying to catch him playing that man bump.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I'm doing it again.
This unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's
He's just been catching me. Every time I try to do it, he switches up on me.
Trubisky will throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time,
I didn't even get a chance to breathe.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And Robinson with a big catch. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And some room to maneuver. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door.
I never saw you before. Where you come from?
Field position at the 40.
I never seen you before. Who sent you?
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
At the 42-yard line.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Niners' 17-yard line.
Throwing behind once more. It's Trubisky.
Oh!
And it's knocked away.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part
Come
of
on,
their
we
game
gotta do
plan
better than
all
that, man.
afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trubisky to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possession.
Oh, man, I'm taking huge risks.
And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero. All he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Long time no see, Cody.
This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40.
I had to run out of real estate.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Come on, man. I hate all these good plays I leave on the field all the time. It just gets frustrating.
Connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration.
Man, they got this Watt guy. I don't know whoever this guy is. He plays better than Mac plays. That's insane. He's being double teamed and he's still busting through tackles like it's nothing. Double team tackles. Anybody heard from Mac all game? Nope.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here.
They got the same ability, but he just plays better than Mac does.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky.
Plus he drops it. Oh my goodness, man.
And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there.
The heartaches of the Bears.
We've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, you're going to call a timeout. Run the ball. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Get out of my way! God, please, man.
He stopped at the 34-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Oh, here it comes.
Here's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's ridiculous, though.
Taken down.
That guy's ability is out of this world.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after
Has
this
it?
one's done, you just
Has
feel
it been
like at the
rough?
post-game press conference, this
Man
team
bump,
got
has it been
a lot
rough on the
of
man bump?
questions and
Oh, yes, it
definitely not
has.
a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky.
Of course.
Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way the
Oh, man.
and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
You telling me? Jeez.
Trubisky in the
Even when I find the right guy,
trap.
something bad
They
happens.
will go for it.
Yes, I know you're blitzing over there on the left side. I'll be on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's blitzing.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end Komet. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, I want to forget to do this.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Cole Komet, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They go play action with
goodness.
Trubisky on the move to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Again, it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on.
Damn, San Fran. Man, I gotta do his abilities like on 10. I wish I could get Mac to do that every time. I'll freaking have a... I'll probably play a little bit better with some pass rush. I'm pretty sure their formation is calling that 2-4-5 formation with the wide stance. Probably was causing that.
This crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old
Man, I never played Denver.
They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as they're going to get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Let's do it. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Montgomery. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Going up top from Miller. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Oh, Trubisky, you're killing me. This guy cannot throw for nothing.
And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take
those shots. You guys make it impossible for me.
Like a 9-9-9 route, 9 meaning go. Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well.
It's a freaking simple throw, man.
But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13, it's a first down. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Steps away to his left. Well, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant on the touchdown pass from Drew Lock. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turn the ball, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Bears nothing.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 38, Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out.
Now Locke, he lost the football to 10. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack on the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Locke on the bootleg. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down. open man. He completes it to Judy. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lock. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Lindsay. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Play action. Now it's Lock. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Oh, the computer characters are kind of stupid. It's like everywhere on the side of the field I'm not on, it gets jacked up. It's like, jeez, man. I can't freaking be everywhere. Y'all got to play your own parts, too.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 30.
If I'm not there helping out, the computer just doesn't know what to do.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone. Not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
And it hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're
Come on, man. There you go.
Crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lock. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Lock. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And getting Targeting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Bears' 44-yard line.
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Broncos.
Locke going to throw. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, didn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete.
How is that even possible? Dude's 5 yards behind me.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, boy.
Let him just sit in the pocket
Damn,
and get
animation's so
comfortable.
freaking
And that's
annoying.
opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A good decision in the end. He gets some 9 yards in the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. His pass incomplete. Moving the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. The man is Kmet, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that's going to be caught. Oh, one-handed grab there. He's got it for a touchdown. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to
Let's go! Let's go!
Look at this. They get the turnover.
Get off me!
It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. This is it! A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Now second and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Oh, for real? Blake, for real? That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that was like that. Because I'm not even listening to the commentary. I'm just kind of like just into it. I'm so locked in. I didn't even hear it. I got to go back and watch it again or something.
They'll run the option on third and short yardage. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
He's back to throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a 4-yard pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Hey Blake, I don't know if you sub to my channel. I got like a, I do streams, and then I also have, I also make short videos where I explain like stuff that I'm doing during the game. I don't know if you checked out my channel before, but there's a lot of like tips and tricks on there. Because I explain every game that well, not every game, but most games that I play, and I just do like game analysis on the entire game, and then I'm telling you what I'm doing during the game. Whatever game it is, because each game has its own story. So if you want to check that out, it can help.
Time of factor here late. He'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop them with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Goes back to Sutton. This time completes it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. To throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big
it's a good game. One
guys
crucial mistake, man. Killed the whole entire thing. It's like every game, man. It's always one mistake. This time it wasn't my mistake. He made the mistake. I've been trying to set up that play all game, and he finally did it to me. Threw me the pick, man. Good game.
A great come from behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has
That was
to start
huge.
with
Huge.
believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before.
Come on, EA. Golly, man.
And realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here.
Can't even show the play.
They did it well.
See, that's the reason why, like I said, Blake, I do the short videos because streaming sometimes can be a pain because this instant replays never work. That was the best play in the entire game and we can't see it. He just ran, the slot receiver was always running a outside whip. So I put the outside corner on the hard flats. And I was always showing cover three. So he just figured that outside would be open. He didn't even look. I think he threw blindly. If he had that play again, he wouldn't do what he did. But he just threw blindly to the flats, and I had outside flat sitting on it. All right, man. Call it evening, man. Thanks for joining, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream. All right, guys. Later. 1.